We're on Surat Al-MuTaffifeen, and we're starting from Ayah 18. The author says, that's Imam An-Nasafiyy, rahimahullah. This aqidah of An-Nasafiyy that I took from Sheikh Abdul Razak, I heard from him, we read it on him, starting with the saying of Allah, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Kalla rad'un ani takdhib. Do not belie. That's in reference to what passed before, because Allah told us that here, الَّذِينَ يُكَذِّبُونَ بِيَوْمِ الدِّينِ, those who belie Judgment Day. وَمَا يُكَذِّبُ بِهِ إِلَّا كُلُّ مُعْتَدٍ أَثِيمٍ, and no one belies it but every transgressing major sinner. And then these ayahs go on talking about them. ثم يقال هذا الذي كنتم به تكذبون. It will be said to them, this is the torture that you were belying. كلا, don't belie. إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين. Indeed, the book of the Abrar, the pious, shall be in Illiyin. Ma kutiba min a'malihim, yani that which has been documented of their deeds shall be in Illiyin. Wal abrar al-muti'un alladhina la yutaffifun wa yu'minuna bil ba'thi. Imam An-Nasafiyy says the abrar, I said pious, yani the good doers, the people of good, they are the obedient, those who do not defraud. Because if you remember from the beginning of the surah, this is Surat Al-MuTaffifeen, started talking about the people who defraud people when they sell to them by volume or weight. So the abrar are the obedient who do not commit fraud, وَيُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْبَعْثِ, and they believe in resurrection. How is it known that that's who's the abrar? لأنه ذكر في مقابلة الفجار, because it was mentioned in contrast to the fujjar. وبين أن الفجار بأنهم المكذبون بيوم الدين. And Allah clarified that the fujjar are those who belie Judgment Day. That's what I just read for you. But I didn't mention the word fujjar. If you remember though, because you studied, inshallah, كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين. Indeed, the book of the fujjar, the vice doers, shall be in Sijin. And then talks all about those vice doers and how they were beliers. And then, like we mentioned before, Allah Ta'ala in the Quran would mention something, and then he would mention what's contrary to that. So look out for that, because it happens frequently in the Quran. So here, after talking about the fujjar, after mentioning the fujjar, Allah mentioned the abrar. So Imam An-Nasafiyy is explaining the abrar, they are the obedient who do not commit fraud and they believe in resurrection. How did he come to that? Because it was mentioned in contrast to the fujjar. And Allah clarified that the fujjar are those who belie Resurrection Day, as well as the other things that they do. Then Imam An-Nasafiyy said, وَعَنِ الْحَسَنِ, it was reported from Al-Hasan al-Bisri, Al-Barru alladhi la yu'dhi al-dhar, that Al-Hasan said, the bar, the good doer, is the one who would not harm an ant. But our Shaykh said, La isnada lah. This has no chain of narration. So, Inna kitab al-fujjari lafi'il. Inna kitab al-abirari lafi'illiyin. Indeed, the book of the good doers is certainly in Illiyin. That's Illiyin. That's a name, according to An-Nasafiyy here, for the records of good. الذي دون فيه كل ما عملته الملائكة والصلحاء الثقلين. Therein it is written all of what the angels have done as well as the pious amongst the humans and genies. That's what he says. And what we learned is that, what we learned from our Shaykh, rahimahullah, is that Illiyun is the place where the souls of the believers go after their bodies decay, and they enjoy there, the pious believers, the pious ones, and they enjoy there until Judgment Day. Then their souls will be reunited with their bodies. According to that, then the books of the good doers go there. منقول من جمع علي منقول من جمع علي فعيل من العلو سمي به لأنه سبب الارتفاع إلى أعالي الدرجات في الجنة أو لأنه مرفوع في السماء السابعة حيث يسكن الكروبيون. Okay, so he says this Illiyin, it's a name of a record of good. Written in it is all of what was done by the angels and the pious humans and genies. And this name is borrowed from pluralizing the word illi. So you say illiyun or illiyin, but it's not a plural, it's a name. So that's why it was borrowed. So a plural was borrowed, what appears to be a plural according to some, was borrowed and then made a name. When I say it was borrowed, means it had a prior use in Arabic language, means something originally. Just like, for example, what if someone's name was Jamil? That's his name, Jamil. So originally that's an adjective, means beautiful. So if you named someone beautiful, or if you named someone happy, his name is happy, her name is happy. So that's like borrowed. And it has the pattern of fi'il, illi, but with the root letters of ulu, highness. The root letters of ulu, highness, upon the pattern of fi'il. So it's illi, illiyin. It was called as such because it's a reason to be elevated to the highest levels in paradise, or because it is raised high, it is elevated in the seventh heaven where al-Karubiyun live. The Karubiyun, those are a group of elite angels, Takriman lahu. Subhanallah. May Allah admit us to paradise and let us see his angels. I mean, we will see the angels on Judgment Day. All the people will see the angels. The humans and the jinn, the Muslims and the non-Muslims will see the angels on Judgment Day. And the kuffar will be seeing angels in hell. Subhanallah. And the believers will be seeing angels in paradise. The believers will be in paradise and angels will just be going past them, giving them salam. You said, can the jinn see the angels now? They can. I don't know if there's details though, like always or sometimes, because they eavesdrop on the angels, like they spy on angels if they can get away with it. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا عِلِّيُّونَ. And what makes you know, O Muhammad, مَا الَّذِي أَعْلَمَكَ يَا Muhammad, what عِلِّيُّون is? أَيُّ شَيْءٍ who? What is it? What kind of thing is it? كِتَابٌ مَرْقُومٌ, a written document. يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ, it is witnessed by al-muqarrabun, the angels of close status. تحضره الملائكة. قيل يشهد عمل الأبرار مقرب كل سماء إذا رفع. It was said that the deeds of the good doers will be witnessed by the close ranking angels, high ranking angels in every sky as it ascends, as the record ascends through the heavens. Innal abrar lafi na'im. Indeed, the good doers, al-abrar, are certainly in bliss. تنعم في الجنان, in bliss in gardens. على الأرائك ينظرون, upon couches or sofas, asirra, beds. في الحجال, in chambers that are decorated with fabric, chambers that are decorated with fabrics. ينظرون, looking. إلى كرامة الله ونعمه, at the endowment of Allah. At all of what Allah gave them and bestowed upon them. وإلى أعدائهم كيف يعذبون, and they will be looking at their enemies, the kuffar, in hell, how they are being tortured. Allah will enable them to see them. The believers in paradise will see the kuffar in hell, and they will hear them. And the kuffar, they will for sure hear the believers in paradise. And they might see them also. Allah knows. Some scholars said, they would see them. But at least they would hear them, that's for sure. Would they see them? Allahu A'lam if the kuffar will see the believers in paradise. But it was said that they would. And that tortures them. Will a Muslim be able to look for a certain kafir in hellfire? I haven't heard like that, but if you remember, it's mentioned in Surat As-Saffat, the story of a Muslim. He'll be talking to his company in paradise, and he says to them, هل أنتم مطلعون, are you looking? فاطلع فرآه في سواء الجحيم. And then he looks and he sees a kafir who used to be his friend in the earth, in the midst of hell. And then he talks to that kafir. تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم. This ayah has nice recitation here. You have a fa, and you have a ha and a ha. تعرف في وجوههم, fu fi ihi. تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم. You would know in their faces, you would recognize in their faces the beauty of the bliss. بهجة التنعم وطراوته. And he means what I just already translated. يسقون من رحيق مختوم. And they are given drink from rahiq, a pure drink. They are watered with rahiq, which is a pure drink, unmixed, uncut. It's pure, uncut. Makhtum, and it's sealed. So, تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم. You would recognize in their faces the beauty of the bliss. يسقون من رحيق مختوم. They are given drink from rahiq, a pure drink, uncut, مختوم, and it's sealed. ختامه مسك. Its seal is musk. تختم أوانيه بمسك بدل الطين. Its seal is musk, yani the containers of this uncut pure drink are sealed with musk instead of being sealed with clay. الذي يختم به الشراب في الدنيا. The clay by which the drink would be sealed in this earthly life. أمر الله تعالى بالختم عليه إكراما لأصحابه. Allah Ta'ala commanded for these drinks to be sealed with this seal as an honor for those who get those drinks. Or ختامه مسك. Its end is musk. مقطعه رائحة مسك. يعني أي توجد رائحة المسك عند خاتمة شربه. Meaning that upon finishing drinking it, according to another way, this could mean upon finishing drinking this drink, one would smell musk. خاتمه علي, and it was recited خاتمه. We said ختامه. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. And for that rahiq, that drink, or for that na'im, that bliss, then let the aspirants aspire. فَلْيَرْغَبِ الرَّاغِبُونَ. Let those who are desirous be craving for it. وَذَا إِنَّمَا يَكُونُ بِالْمُسَارَعَةِ إِلَى الْخَيْرَاتِ. That would merely be by rushing to do the good deed. وَالْإِنْتِهَاءِ عَنِ السَّيِّئَاتِ, and desisting from the bad deeds. And don't forget that it's good to rush to do the good deeds. I mean, to even compete to do the good deeds. Rush to be in the first line, or somebody else is going to beat you there. Rush to call the adhan, or someone else is going to beat you to it. You didn't want to rush for some reason, someone else is going to beat you to it. And then he's going to get the reward. Wouldn't you like to be amongst the first in paradise? Wouldn't you like to be amongst those who enter paradise without even any judgment, without any questioning? May Allah make the followers of our Shaykh amongst those. Ameen. Explain ayah 25 again. يُسْقَوْنَ مِنْ رَحِيقٍ مَخْتُومٍ. They are given drink in paradise from rahiq, a pure drink, uncut, and it's sealed. مختوم. Yani, drink in a container, a sealed container. They are given drink in a sealed container. This container, ختامه مسك, its seal is musk. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. And for that, then let the aspirants aspire. Subhanallah. Look here in this dunya. One would like to sit on his couch and watch some television, for example, or watch a movie. Or one would like to sit down and eat a delicious meal, for example. That's here in the dunya. It's not going to be the same, we know. So imagine you get to paradise, you just can do anything you want to do. You don't even have to work for your house. Yani, the work is now. Inshallah, you'll be in paradise. You'll have palaces. You'll have houses, property, land, trees, all kinds of things, clothing, all sorts of stuff. Here we are in this time of technology, and so amazing to us. This is the dunya we're living in, and we're not even finished being amazed by our cell phones and laptops. So what about paradise? وَمِزَاجُهُ مِن تَسْنِيمٍ. And this rahiq, it could be mixed. And if it's mixed, mizajuhu min tasneem. It would be mixed with the liquid from the spring of tasneem. Huwa alamun li'aynin bi'ayniha. That's the name of a special spring. The Quran has in it names of things from the unseen. So here, tasneem, that's the name of a spring. And the rahiq, and also, for example, you learned about Zaqqum, the tree of Zaqqum, that's in hell. And you learned about the Arsh, the ceiling of paradise. These things we never saw. The Quran has names of things from the unseen. وَمِزَاجُهُ مِن تَثْنِيمٍ. This rahiq, it could be cut. And if it were cut, it would be cut with tasneem. سميت بالتسنيم الذي هو مصدر سنمه إذا رفعه. This spring is called tasneem, which has the meaning of highness or being elevated. لأنه أرفع شراب في الجنة, because it's the highest drink of the garden. Highest could mean amongst the highest. أو لأنها تأتيهم من فوق, or because it's called tasneem. It could be called tasneem because it comes down to them from above. It pours down. وَتَنْصَبُّ فِي أَوَانِيهِمْ. It pours into their containers. عَيْنًا يَشْرَبُ بِهَا الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. It's a spring from which those who are close in status drink. So here, Innal abrara lafi na'im. The abrar, that's a status of believers. The abrar, they shall be in bliss. Ala al-ara'iki yanzurun. Upon sofas, looking. تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم. You would recognize in their faces, in the faces of those abrar, those good doers, you would recognize in their faces the beauty of the bliss. يسقون من رحيق مختوم. Those abrar are given drink from rahiq, a pure drink, uncut. They drink the rahiq uncut. Makhtum, it's sealed. وَمِزَاجُهُ مِن تَثْنِيمٍ. And cutting it, what would be put into it if it were cut, so it's not pure, is the tasneem. عَيْنًا يَشْرَبُ بِهَا الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. A spring from which the muqarrabun drink. So that's another rank, the muqarrabun, and here the abrar. So the abrar, they drink the rahiq uncut, and the muqarrabun, they drink it cut. وعن ابن مسعود رضي الله عنه يشربها المقربون صرفا وتمزج لأصحاب اليمين. And it was reported from Ibn Mas'ud that the muqarrabun drink it uncut, and it will be cut for the people who got their books of deeds in their right hands. إن الذين أجرموا كانوا من الذين آمنوا يضحكون. Indeed, those who were guilty, those who committed the crime of blasphemy, kafaru, they were at those who believed laughing. The dunya, in this earthly life, istihza'an bihim, making fun of them, making fun of the believers. وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِهِمْ يَتَغَامَزُونَ. And when they would pass by them, they would wink at each other. They would gesture to each other. يُشِيرُ بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ بِالْعَيْنِ, signaling to each other with the eye, winking at each other when the believers pass by. طَعْنًا فِيهِمْ وَعَيْبًا لَهُمْ, criticizing them and degrading them. قِيلَ جَاءَ عَلِيٌّ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُ فِي نَفَرٍ مِّنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. It was said that Ali came, may Allah accept his deeds, with a group of Muslims. فَسَخِرَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُنَافِقُونَ. And some of the hypocrites made fun of them. وَضَحِكُوا وَتَغَامَزُوا. And they laughed and they winked at each other, or they like looked at each other. You know how that is when some people are, without words, just like, hey, look, check him out. وَقَالُوا أَتَرَوْنَ هَذَا الْأَصْلَعَ. They said, you see this bald-headed guy? I'm talking about Ali. فَنَزَلَتْ قَبْلَ أَنْ يَصِلَ عَلِيٌّ إِلَى رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. And so this ayah was revealed before Ali got to the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. وَإِذَا انقَلَبُوا إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِمْ انقَلَبُوا فَكِهِينَ. And when they turned to their families, أي إِذَا رَجَعَ الْكُفَّارُ إِلَىٰ مَنَازِلِهِمْ, meaning when the blasphemers return home, they go back delighted. مُتَلَذِّذِينَ بِذِكْرِهِمْ وَالسُّخْرِيَّةِ مِنْهُمْ, having found pleasure in talking about the Muslims and degrading them. وَقَرَأَ غَيْرُ حَفْصٍ فَاكِهِينَ. And other than Hafs recited the ayah فَاكِهِينَ instead of فَكِهِينَ, أي فَرِحِينَ, then it would mean they come back happy. وَإِذَا رَأَوْهُمْ. And when they saw them, وَإِذَا رَأَى الْكَافِرُونَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, when the blasphemers saw the believers, قَالُوا إِنَّ هَؤُلَاءِ لَضَالُّونَ. They said, indeed, these are certainly lost. These Muslims are lost. They are misguided. أي خدع محمد هؤلاء, meaning they say Muhammad fooled them. فَضَلُّوا, so they went astray. وَتَرَكُوا اللَّذَّاتِ, and they abandoned all the pleasures. لِمَا يَرْجُونَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْكَرَامَاتِ, for what they are hoping to get in the afterlife of nobility, of blessings and endowments. وَقَدْ تَرَكُوا الْحَقِيقَةَ بِالْخَيَالِ, they abandoned reality, the here and now, for imagination, empty hopes, pipe dreams. وَهَذَا هُوَ عَيْنُ الضَّلَالِ, this is the very meaning of being misguided. That's what those kuffar say about the Muslims. وَمَا أُرْسِلُوا عَلَيْهِمْ حَافِظِينَ. وَمَا أُرْسِلُوا أي الكفار. وَمَا أُرْسِلَ الْكُفَّارُ عَلَيْهِمْ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ حَافِظِينَ. Those kuffar were not sent to the believers to be their monitors. يَحْفَظُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ أَحْوَالَهُمْ وَيَرْقُبُونَ أَعْمَالَهُمْ. It's not their job to be the monitors and the overseers of the Muslims watching their deeds. بَلْ أُمِرُوا بِإِصْلَاحِ أَنفُسِهِمْ, rather, they are commanded to fix themselves. وَاشْتِغَالِهِمْ بِذَلِكَ أَوْلَى بِهِمْ, and for them to busy themselves with that has more priority. مِنْ تَتَبُّعِ غَيْرِهِمْ وَتَسْفِيهِ أَحْلَامِهِمْ. It's more, that has a higher priority than tracking the deeds of other people and deeming them fools for their aspirations. That's good advice there. Don't be worried about other people. Don't be engaged in uh, gossip and tracking what the people do, going after their deeds, looking to see what did he do, what does he do, etc., etc. Be concerned with yourself. Very important, yani. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. The people who are most unaware, lacking self-awareness, are the people who are concerned about others, what others do or did, or etc. May Allah enable us to be concerned about ourselves. Ameen. And that doesn't mean not to be caring about others. That doesn't mean that. فَالْيَوْمَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنَ الْكُفَّارِ يَضْحَكُونَ. And now today, a Yawm al-Qiyamah, meaning resurrection day, those who believed at the blasphemers will be laughing. ثم, there. كما ضحكوا منهم هنا, just like the kuffar were laughing at the Muslims here. مجازاه, as recompense. على الأرائك ينظرون, upon sofas, lounging on sofas, those believers, looking. حال من يضحكون. Yani, they are laughing while upon sofas looking. يضحكون منهم ناظرين إليهم, meaning the believers will be laughing at them, looking at them. وإلى ما هم فيه من الهوان والصغار, and looking at what they are involved in of degradation. بعد العزة والاستكبار, after they had might and arrogance. وَهُمْ عَلَى الْأَرَائِكِ آمِنُونَ, and those believers shall be on their sofas safe. Nothing to worry about. Nothing else to worry about. Subhanallah. In paradise, never growing old, never getting sick, not having to work, just being fly, that means beautiful, clad, nicely dressed, lounging, enjoying yourself, talking to the brothers and sisters, being with your family, your believing family, enjoying the delicious food, going throughout paradise, enjoying the nice smells and the perfumes and all of the sights to see forever and ever. An-Nasafiyy says, وَقِيلَ يُفْتَحُ لِلْكُفَّارِ بَابٌ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ فَيُقَالُ لَهُمْ هَلُمُّوا إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ فَإِذَا وَصَلُوا إِلَيْهَا أُغْلِقَ دُونَهُمْ فَيَضْحَكُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ مِنْهُمْ. He says, it was said that a door of the garden shall be opened for the kuffar, and then it would be said to them, come to the garden, and then when they get there, it will be closed in front of them. Yani, it will be shut in their faces, or before they get there, yani. And then the believers will laugh at them. But what did our Shaykh say? هذا غير صحيح. This is incorrect. وإن كان هذا في الإمكان قبل دخولهم النار. Although that's something that's possible before they enter the fire. Shaykh says, not correct though. هل ثوب الكفار ما كانوا يفعلون. Have the blasphemers been rewarded for what they used to do? Rewarded here means what? Punished. Have they been rewarded means have they been punished? See how language goes. هل جوزوا بسخريتهم بالمؤمنين في الدنيا إذا فعل بهم ما ذكر. Will they have been paid for their belittling the believers in the earthly life when that happens to them, when that will be done to them, when what was mentioned is done to them. And that's the end of Surah Al-MuTaffifeen. And that's where we'll stop for tonight, inshaAllah ta'ala. Taqabbal Allahu ta'atikum.